Lars Ulrich of Metallica wrote the foreword on the Apocalyptic Nightmare Journey, the new photo-intensive book by Slipknot leader Clown, or Shawn Crahan. Metallica's drummer writes, quote, "Throw yourself into Clown's world, throw yourself into Clown's book, throw yourself into Clown's images, throw yourself into the whole f***ing thing. Let go of the bungee cord, do away with the safety net. Just go for it and let the journey take you wherever the journey's going to take you. And as you're going on that trip through this book, occasionally imagine Clown next to you. Imagine hearing his voice in your head talking about what these images and experiences have meant to him and where he was going with it. And you will end up on one of a ride that I can guarantee you will be unique, spellbinding, and potentially life-altering. This book is everything that art should be," end quote. Crahan knew that Lars was a collector of art and had an appreciation of painting, sculptures, and could relate to where he was coming from. He said that he was stunned when Ulrich agreed to write the foreword during the Rock in Rio festival last year, in which the two bands rubbed elbows.
I had met with Lars and asked him politely if he would be interested. And I asked him because of my understanding and respect and my love for his love of loving art. He is a serious artist, and he loves art like I love it. I've watched him collect art and sell art and, obtain other art and be in the art world, from the outside looking in. And I thought, this is perfect because he'll be someone that understands me, or not understand me. And, I'll ask him. And so I asked him, and he said yes. And I was like, man, it's going to be such a fucking honor. I can't believe it.
Crahan said that he decided to participate in the Master Art Show, whereby people were encouraged to make works of art based on Metallica songs, which ended up bringing him closer to Lars. He talked about which song he chose and described his art of the show.
I picked Damage Incorporated because that's like the first Metallica song I heard. Someone who introduced me to it, it was that placement of time. I had walked in on that, and that was my first impression. I'll never forget that, and it's still one of my all-time favorite Metallica songs. So I made this sculpture, and it's like 7 foot tall or some shit, and it's got like rotting deer heads and World War II jacket and 40 porcelain baby arms that I hand-painted over like 2 months. I lit the whole thing on fire, and I had an iPod shuffle in the back playing the loop of the intro, the guitar swells, and I had all these knives that they didn't want me to put on because they were afraid Lars or anyone in Metallica who came to the show were going to cut themselves. I'm like, they'll understand. They'll be like, that's some clown shit.
The sculpture ended up impressing Ulrich, and he talked about having a heart-to-heart with Metallica's Stickman.
So Metallica showed up, and Lars came, and he had said that he knew my piece was there, so he saved me for last. And we spent like a half an hour or something, and it was, I don't want to say what he said because it was he and I, and he was just, I don't know, man, it was a very beautiful moment in my life, explaining a piece of art through me to him because we're friends, and I respect him so much, and that's why I gave my version of what it was because I know his version's different, and, it inspired him to write what he wrote for me, and it was that moment, I guess he had his epiphany about what's going on with my book.
Shawn Crahan's The Apocalyptic Nightmare Journey is set for release via MTV Books through June 19th.